You're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this week's show, we're talking about making mealtime more fun, Lego creations, and the peculiar power of play.
Easy for you to say. Salutations, everyone. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Happy Wednesday. Thank you for shenanigans with us. We're so excited to see you here tonight. And I love all these great new music ideas.
I know. I've got so many questions.
I know. I'm like trying.
I want to know what the Singing in the Shower Spotify playlist is.
Because, okay, we were talking about this. Was that Jen DeRitter?
Mm-hmm.
My version of that list would be very different than Jason's. So I'd love to see what direction they took. So, if you want to share that, Jen, hopefully we'll see your comment back. But
yes, and I can relate to Don, who said, I remember when the oldies station used to play oldies music. Now it's playing the songs that were popular when I was in high school.
That's just
Must
an
mean
oddity.
I'm getting old.
I don't know what that is, Don. I have no idea either.
Have you noticed a similar thing? I don't know. It's unexplainable.
And what did Paul say? The yacht?
Yacht Rock. He was asking about
what that is.
Anyone else listen to Yacht Rock, and I don't know what that is, but
I said, is that like Schoolhouse Rock?
I doubt it. I'm with Rachel. She says, I love acoustic pop covers lately. Was enjoying jamming some rap driving today. Apparently I like an artist named Black Bear now.
Wow.
Yeah, it is funny. Well, we put on like a singer-songwriter thing on Apple Music, and then just random bands and names, and you're like, I love
then
this
you get to
guy.
know them.
You know?
So one of the things that I have been, I don't know how new this is, but one of my favorite artists of all time, ours mutual, is John Foreman. He is the lead singer of Switchfoot. He has a new album out, a solo album called Departures. Here is the deal, you guys. If you guys like the Corona Blessings, if you like Jason's artwork, John Foreman is the musical version of Jason, okay? I'm listening to these songs and I'm like, that's like that Corona Blessing, and that's that picture, and that's that one. This is the album he wrote during COVID, and I can tell because I'm like, oh my gosh, that song relates to this picture Jason did. So this has been going on for 20 years. He's our age. Every album he puts out, it's so relatable to our lives. I think at least
3 summits have had some sort of John Foreman or Switchfoot song as the theme song.
So if you have not discovered John Foreman or Switchfoot, you're welcome. But the other piece of it, his new album, Departures, is super, super amazing. So check that out. I was just listening to it and as I was getting ready tonight, and I'm like, I want to go see live music again. So little known fact, we were at a Switchfoot concert years ago, probably pre-kids, and John Foreman stood on our table because it was like a cool small venue and sang a song from our table. So whenever he comes on, I'm always like, this is the guy who sang on our table, you guys. The kids are like, cool.
Classic,
I guess
rock star moment. Yeah. Well, speaking of eating food, which
at our table,
we weren't.
That's
speaking
a stretch.
Of, we one of the things with the coronavirus and this pandemic and all that is a lot of people. There's been a lot less eating out. Things are opening up quite a bit here in Sheboygan of late, but in general, the eating out has not been a concept for most people. So we've been eating at home, and so we thought it would be kind of fun to resurrect some ideas for making mealtime more fun. So if you're kind of in a rut, you might want to try out these 5 things.
All right, guys, this is kind of a cool little segment we do in our speaking program, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And by the way, this would be a great time to share. So if you have not yet shared and said,
you're not supposed to say that word, though.
Oh, if you say share on Facebook, they literally make it bad for you that people won't see you. What's the word you're supposed to say? Invite. We would like to invite you to invite others.
Except you already used the SH word, Kim. You used the SH word.
The SH word is a bad word to Facebook.
My philosophy is
shame. My dad would say, for shame.
For shame. My philosophy is live your life and don't let Facebook tell you what to do. And if that means we have way less viewers, oh well.
All right.
So let's get back to the topic at hand, right?
Kristen, oh my gosh, you guys, she's a super adultitis fighter, so you may have seen this around the block, but Closet Raid Banquet. Basically, the idea is go to your closet and dig out the stuff that you haven't worn in years, and it could be themed, it could be just silly, but basically come to dinner dressed up. And like I said, you may remember Kristen last year. At the beginning of the pandemic, they were doing this whole themed dinner thing, which was epic.
Yeah.
And we followed along. Let's see what else they had. They had the we didn't even do. Can you go back?
Wow, I was waiting.
Yeah, baby.
Right? There you go. We need to get some sort of 80s, like totally rad,
dude.
We
dress every night for dinner, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but you know.
Then this is your favorite one, and we got Olympics coming up this year, so that might be inspiring for that.
Hope it happens. And he actually, her husband actually went to the yard and cut a bush and put it on his head just to get into it. So, and they also included music, the meal, the whole thing. So if you need to just spice up your meals, maybe once a week, see what you can do with this.
Something fun. Then there's G'day also known as another thing we call this is the accent dinner. And your job with the people you're with is to come up with an accent that you use the entire dinner. And the goal is to not laugh, to be serious. Now, you know, it could be an Australian accent,
you guys.
but you know, it doesn't have to be a actual accent like a country
like
either. Could be robot, could be like a professional wrestler. Pass me the potatoes, you know, like go crazy. Or you could be an alien. You could pretend like you are from you know, old England, like you know, Harry Potter. Anything. It just have fun with it, but you got to stay in character the whole time.
That's a fun one. All right, this one, this is a classic. We've done this at the Escape Adulthood Summit quite a few times over the years. Basically, go to that utensil drawer, the one that never opens, because of that potato masher. Why do we always keep the potato masher in that drawer? Even just saying that, I'm like, it's still going to stay in there.
Yeah, doesn't open.
No. So go to that drawer, pick out all the things, like the pasta thing, the whisk, all the big ones. And then everyone picks one out, and then you have to eat your entire meal with that. Now, what's cool is you could surprise those in your party with not knowing what the meal is, or just actually surprise them with not knowing what utensil they get. Either way, it's going to be a lot of laughs.
Yes, I see Julie is giving the idea of tiny forks, and we've had people do tiny forks.
Yep.
We've had entire staffs. They'll do like a staff luncheon. And they'll give everyone like little
good way to cut your calories, because it's a lot of work to eat with a Baskin-Robbins spoon.
It works pretty good.
Right. Yeah.
All right. This is another one. This one is called Interesting Facts, and this is I love this one. Basically, throughout your dinner, you know, you might be tired of the same old conversation about politics or the weather or whatever, and so basically your job is to go around and everyone say interesting facts about your food or the appliances you use to cook them or the utensils. But the key is they have to be completely fake facts. But you say them
really easy
in such an aloof manner. Like, interestingly, if you put rice in the pot and let it go overnight, it'll get to the size of a pillow.
Really?
Yes.
Interestingly, last night I had a dream about a huge marshmallow, and I woke up and my pillow was gone.
Interesting. Interestingly, the potholders we used tonight for our dinner were hand sewn by monks who live in Malaysia with panda hair.
Of course. We do not use anything else but those.
Yes, it's very interesting.
Okay, we're doing this tomorrow night. The kids are going to
interesting facts. Lots of fun with that one. And then this one is an oldie but a goodie. If you've been around long enough, you have heard about this one.
Or done it with us, let's be honest.
It's possible that you've done it with us.
Yes.
It's called Barbarian Spaghetti. And rather than explain it, we'll just show it to you in a video that we created. We did this a couple months ago.
Music got the best in me.
child. Now it's showing its ugly face. What can I do? Music creeps into my dreams, wakes me into sweaty sheets, abandons me when nights died out. What can I do?
All right, who's like freaking out? Be honest. If you were like never, 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 adultitis is winning. Okay, it's just definitely $1.99 for that tablecloth. Do not skip that ever. Like,
yeah,
please.
Then that's the key.
Then
that's
it gives
the
this
magic.
whole thing a bad name. Okay, we never advocated.
Don't
to do
blame
this
us
without
right?
the tablecloth.
We need to have a little disclaimer at the bottom. If you don't use the tablecloth, you're an idiot.
You're on your own.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we are out. But it really is, and I always tell people with kids, because they're like, it's so messy. Just do it on a bath night. They're going in the bath right after anyway, so it's an awesome one.
It's fun, and in that one you could see we actually combined Barbarian Spaghetti with Spatula City for multiple. What we should have done is did interesting facts and the accent dinner with it, dressed up all in our Olympics gear.
You literally have no excuse for another boring dinner, you guys. And honestly, it could be totally one of those things you share with friends through Zoom or in your safe bubble or whatever you guys call it. You know, it's totally an opportunity to have some fun this week.
Victoria says, I love Barbarian Spaghetti. Great for date night with newish dates.
Oh,
yeah,
you told me about that, Victoria. She told me about this on our call. It's a test.
It's a test.
It is a test.
If the guy goes
running.
Litmus
test? Litmus?
Yes, you got it. She usually says litmus.
If that is a huge indicator, or if there's going to be another date, right? So, in fact, that came up at dinner tonight because...
yeah, our youngest daughter wants to have 10 children. And we were talking about a show you guys are watching where one of the characters fell in love with another character who they had completely opposite views.
Yes. And
like really hardcore views. One was Republican, one was a Democrat. And so we were talking about like Lucy, that would be like if you fell in love, she loves cheetahs, if you fell in love with a cheetah poacher. And we were like, and Ben said, terrible. That would be like Ro falling in love with a guy who wanted no kids. And she informed us that she was going to ask the question on date number 2. How many kids do you want?
And what did Ben say? This was so funny. He had a funny line.
I'm not really into kids. I'm more of a cat guy.
He like acted it out.
So combine that with Barbarian Spaghetti on date number 2.
Art imitating life, life imitating art, all of it.
Yeah.
So good stuff, you guys.
And now a word from our sponsors.
All right, this is pretty exciting. When's the last time we came out with something new on the lemonade stand?
Probably the calendar. Celebrate Everything calendar.
So drum roll. Do we have drum rolls? Do we have a drum roll?
No.
What?
No.
We have a cymbal. I mean, that's close. It's at the drum
It's the
set.
drum family.
So this is pretty exciting. Jason, actually, if you're a Wonder Whimsy Society member from the first cohort, our founding members already know about these wonderful little treasures. But we just recently released, as of like today, new Corona Blessings greeting cards. So we've got some familiar artwork here. And I think, is this also true that these are the first greeting cards that have words on the inside?
Yeah.
Ever?
We've hit the big time.
Oh, so all right, here we go, guys. yes.
Well, and I actually have kind of a sad thing to say. It's like,
I know exactly what you're going to say. Wow, this goes on for a while.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Your grandma
20
would
years
be so happy.
in the making.
Oh my god.
So anyway, if you go to buy these cards right now, they may show that they're sold out because they are currently en route to the warehouse who fulfills them.
Not by USPS, I hope.
Well, no, we're going in a different direction this time because that's
don't get us started, you guys. Okay.
However, so I say that as a courtesy. I could have pretended that they're so popular that they're already sold out. but
They're brand new, so
they're-
they're not
they're-
sold out
they're
yet.
coming.
They just need to get to the warehouse. So
Well,
here's this.
I love
oh,
that there's
Yeah.
there's 4 of them, and you get 3 of each one, set of 12, but they're really versatile,
Yes,
which
this
is kind of
sweet
cool.
little polar bear that we all love. It says everything's gonna be okay. And I
Again,
think
can
everybody
be
knows
used
about
for a
100
lot of
people
different
you could
ways.
send this to right
Mhm,
now,
mhm.
or is it just me? This one, Dawn is Coming, which is very hopeful. This is actually the view that we enjoyed a year and a half ago in Hawaii. It says, until then, eat cookies. So,
Again,
gotta have something to do.
Someone having it in the middle of a dark time.
Give
You
them a smile.
know anybody? Know anybody?
No, I don't think so.
Speaking of dark and light.
Hope in the darkness. Everybody's. This is a crowd favorite. It says, "Thanks for shining your light." So I like the design on that one too.
That's a good encouragement one. Good thank you card.
Mm-hmm.
Just a good way to keep people uplifted.
All creation rejoices. You always tell me not to put it close.
Yeah, because it's not an autofocus setup.
I'm sorry. And it says, because it's your birthday. So that's a pretty fun one. Of course, there's still birthdays happening in a pandemic. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. But no, these are awesome, you guys. They just have that, of course, Jason's uplifting, inspiring artwork, but the messages that accompany them immediately let you know who these need to go to. So they're fun to send.
Yeah, so check them out. Hope you enjoy them, and we're excited to have something new on the lemonade stand for sure.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
We are in the process of welcoming a new cohort of members to the Wonder and Whimsy Society. Each quarter, we send out a mystery mailing to members packed with all kinds of fun stuff. Some of the items included in a recent red box were a custom-designed Tinker Journal, a set of greeting cards that weren't yet available for sale, and an assortment of random Lego bricks. With those bricks came an important reminder Kim and I wanted to share with members, and one I want to share with you right now. Just as the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, the building of a great castle begins with one brick. The danger is that the solitary brick can feel insignificant to our impatient selves. Daunted by the knowledge of how many more bricks it will take to amount to something of note, we never actually begin. The tragedy arrives 10 years later when we may have built something truly grand, yet have nothing to show for a decade's worth of time. The other pitfall arises when we're delayed by our own sense of perfectionism. We're eager to put down that first brick, but overanalyze what we're supposed to do with it. Is it the right size? Should we get a different color? Wouldn't it be better to wait until we have a few more bricks to determine if this is really the best one to start with? Instead, we should probably just take our cue from kids playing with blocks. They're not intimidated by the first steps, and they're not bogged down by all of the analytical baggage that plagues our adult minds. They build without hesitation, trying this and trying that, tearing down everything when necessary to start again, all the while with a smile on their face and joy in their heart. They just play. Oftentimes, the best ideas come from play. The willingness to just let go, be silly, and experiment with no expectation of outcome is like napalm for good ideas. And if the castle we're speaking about is our lives, may we be reminded that few decisions we make in life are truly permanent. Every step forward, even if it leads to a few steps back, results in progress, whether it's more knowledge, courage, or wisdom. Sometimes that thunderbolt of inspiration comes when we have given our minds permission to take a break by participating in some other trivial pursuit. And so with this random assortment of Lego bricks, we issued members the challenge to build an accessory vehicle or piece of furniture for Wonder Marty, another exclusive item a member receives when he or she joins. I was overjoyed to see the awesome creations that were posted in our private group. It's my hope that this excuse to step aside from the omnipresent to-do list also sparked a few breakthroughs that had nothing at all to do with Lego. If you're on the hunt for the next big thing, the idea that changes everything, or a solution to your most vexing problem, maybe you need to stop pressing so hard. Maybe you need a break. Maybe you need to be a little less serious and just play.
There's a little glimmer of doubt in many of us adults when we hear that says, but I have too much to do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That tends to be my excuse, especially when the kids ask me to do something. I'm in the middle of something else. It's like, well, I'm kind of in the middle of this, or we'll get to it in a little bit, and sometimes the little bit doesn't happen.
Yeah,
right?
and the thing that one of the things as I was sharing that stuck with me was like that is always my bugaboo is
Bugaboo.
Yeah, you like that? Is just the idea of like that first step, the commitment, right? Of like when I said like, well, maybe I should wait till I have more pieces, or what if a better piece comes along, or what if this isn't quite right, or what if I have to undo this later? And there's like that paralysis of just starting, and I can certainly relate to that a lot. Just, sometimes you just need to like just start, and a lot of it can be undone, and even more so sometimes that starting, that momentum leads to things that you didn't expect or didn't anticipate, and it turns out pretty good.
Totally.
All right, you guys, it is time to draw.
Yay!
And this is the part of the program where you may want to invite your friends using technology, a certain button nearby. What you're watching right now.
Tell them, but don't tell the people that run it.
It is a magical button that indicates to others what you are doing right now and saying, "This is good, my friend. You should check it out."
I feel like we're playing Taboo.
Right. So this is a point where you can pull out your crayons and pencils and markers and finger paints, or just a simple old pen and a Post-it note, and draw along with us today.
Yes.
So we're going to do a simple one today, but it's a fun. It's simple but effective, and this probably would have been good for Valentine's Day, actually, but it's good anytime. So we're going to start here with some like a rectangle, or not a rectangle, a line in an angle. That's what I meant to say. And then I'm going to draw another one the exact same length underneath of it. All right.
I like Helen. She says the S button.
The S button. You said the SH word. Okay, now I'm going to draw a third line, same length, but I'm going to shift it over about halfway. Okay, about like that. And now I'm going to draw some lines that connect these forming little rectangles. Okay, get those right there. And then I'm going to draw another one here.
The button that can't be named.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
And then I'm going to connect this line over here. So now we've got two rectangles next to each other. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a couple ovals. And I'm going to draw two right here, real skinny ovals. And then I'm going to draw 4 across the top. Oops. Oh, come on. If you joined us last week, you know that
technology is failing.
Yeah, big time.
And you know what's funny? We had a very serious conversation. We do have these, by the way,
serious conversations
about technology.
Oh yeah.
Of like, okay, so if you buy this, and then they got to get that, and then this, and then this, and then this, and it all comes down to the fact that the Apple stores are closed, right? That's why we can't buy.
Well,
stuff.
That's part of it, because one of my things needs to get fixed.
Come on,
and
Apple
Store. It's hard to do that. It's hard to fix something when I need to use it.
Right.
So, okay, I've got my ovals. Now people are probably figuring out what this is going to be.
Julie Brown called it.
Yeah.
Lego Love.
Lego Love. So I'm going to draw 4 more ovals on top of these, and 2 more down here. Okay.
Wendy wanted to know if you got your new pen. So it's really not about the pen.
I think the pen's okay. I think I need a new. Well, that's what I was doing research, and I realized how old this iPad is, and I can't believe that it's been this long. All right, now this is a little bit small, but just so you can get an idea of what I'm trying to do here is I'm drawing an oval, and then underneath I'm going to draw another curvy line, and then you can connect with straight lines the edges, and that's going to give you those little I forget, there's a specific term, studs maybe that they're called.
Okay.
On the top. So I'm basically going to do that in small form.
Oh yeah.
Where I draw straight lines on the side and curvy lines that match the top of the...
I was trying to be too smart. Lisa Paez-Arnold said that Hilldale Apple Store is open.
Oh, really? Well,
That's a good sign.
that would be great if I still lived in Madison.
Well,
but...
we'll go back. Good to know, though, Lisa. Thank you for that heads up. They look like little Oreos.
Little pegs in here. Yes, this is a lesson you can use to draw Oreos or checkers. If you want to draw checkers. Lots of things, actually.
It's very,
all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw like a little bit of a slanted line up here to give it a sense of perspective. And then I'm going to close up this.
I definitely feel like this is another good example of advancement. You've been taking the next steps on things here. This feels...
But you guys are ready
for it. There's a lot of angles, though. There's a lot of perspective in this one.
It's just basically looking at geometry. All right, now, of course, we got to whimsy it up. And we're going to put some smiley faces on these guys. These guys are connected in love. And we'll draw a couple hearts here. Yikes.
Lisa said we could come visit, so
good.
That's good. Yeah.
All right.
After the Phantom iPad, this might
it's
inspire a Madison
trip. All of a sudden, it's like frustrating. Okay, well now I'm gonna color these, and you can color them whatever color you want.
And Wendy Whitney Scherer said Barbie stove ?
Barbie stove?
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of a Barbie stove. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't. No.
Kara said everything is cuter with a smile on it.
Absolutely. All right, and then I'm going to make this one blue. Here's a fact I heard recently, but I don't remember the numbers. How many different colors of Lego there are?
Ooh.
And another...
Interestingly.
Interestingly...
7,295 colors.
Interestingly, that is correct.
I knew it.
Interestingly, they don't call plural of Legos Legos.
Interestingly.
Plural of Lego is Lego.
Lego. Interestingly, our Lego obsessed son still puts an S at the end of his Lego plural. Interestingly.
Interestingly, I didn't know we had a son. All right, last little bit here, a little fun tip for tonight is I'm going to make the tops of the little studs a lighter color. To give a little bit more dimension. And so if it would be the studs and the top of the surface of the Lego.
That adds a lot. Yeah, I like that.
That's a little something extra.
Yeah.
All right.
Jennifer Tackett said, Lego my ego. Kind of makes me hungry for waffles.
And might as well finish this off properly.
Kara is asking, are they going to levitate? That's why we need a drum roll. Because at this point, we have to build up. So we can do that again.
And there's a little shaking going on, so it's kind of like, let's get it on.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
There we go. We got Lego bricks in love.
They're adorable.
A little bit of fun for you guys tonight as we were talking a little bit about Lego tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope that you will share what you drew because we love seeing them.
Oh my gosh.
Last week we drew a snail on a skateboard.
Of course.
Because why not?
Of course we did.
Kelsey sent this little guy with the volcano. We also were talking about volcanoes. So yeah, he's on his way down. He's
I love this, Kelsey.
pretty great.
So cute.
And then Lisa, who's on with us tonight as well. She's got her little guy going 100 miles an hour here, it looks like.
He's got an amazing little personality there.
Yep. And Lola, I believe this is Lola's first submission.
Thank you, Lola.
And this one, I love this one. I love the color scheme on this.
The little lines in the back. He's just like, let's go.
And I think I have one more that I could. Oh yeah, Jennifer. I love this because we were talking about like snails, like volcanic snails, and they had this like iron coating, and so she did like a heavy metal
snail. They were going to a heavy metal concert, the first concert back from COVID, or since COVID. There's a whole story to this, which I love.
There was.
And is this scratch art? I'm wondering, is that scratch art?
I don't think so.
No?
I think
okay,
it might
the
be
colors remind me of
marker.
that. Okay, that was pretty cool.
It's very dark, so that could easily be a scratch off thing, but I don't think that this is.
Very fun, Jennifer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, love that. So please send us your creation, your drawings. We love seeing them. KJ@escapeadulthood.com. They'll get to us. We get a lot each week, but we try to mix it up who we share. So maybe you'll be on next week's show. All right, meme of the week: when you shake your present and it sounds like Lego inside. You know that. Our son knows this sound very well.
Oh yes. There's a hunt for which packages sound like Lego.
Those are the ones that get pushed aside to the end. He saves those for the last. Yeah,
for sure.
Well, you're gonna say something?
Nope.
Going on to our Adultitis Fighter of the month for February.
Oh, is this well deserved or what?
I know. Helen. I couldn't believe she hasn't actually won before. I
know.
It's like Susan Lucci.
What the heck? And Helen, I know you're here with us tonight. Congratulations, and thank you for being such a bright, shining leader amongst all of us Adultitis Fighters. For those of you who see Helen's name every week in the comments, this is her beautiful smile. She just brought so much fun to her answers. So you're going to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, we always interview the people who are the winners every week and once a month, and we'll love to share some of the insights because I think they're useful for all of us. Good reminders. So we asked her what some of her favorite ways to fight adultitis, and Helen said that she likes to do unexpected things to make others laugh, like say something unexpected or break out in song. Something tells me she would like Interesting Facts, that game. She also likes to read children's books to adults. One of her favorites is I'll Love You Forever by Robert Munsch. Do you know that one?
Yes, and I saw Rachel commented on something earlier today about how can you read that? I just cry. It is a tearjerker. Super puts life in perspective. So
I love her imagination. We ask, what is something you loved doing as a child that you still do in some form today? Helen said daydream.
Aww.
And not only was that cool, but she kind of shared one of her daydreams. Often out on a walk, I'm riding my all-black horse across the prairie or next to the ocean.
Aww.
And I love that. Like, I just imagine her, like, walking along, and there's, like, this little balloon cloud above her head, and it's just, like, galloping along on her all-black horse.
What a better world this would be if we all had balloon clouds of imagination happening on a regular basis. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's
absolutely. One of the things we love about Helen is that she crochets little pieces of clothing for her Wonder Marty, which is as adorable as it gets.
Sweater, right?
Although this kind of looks like it looks like hair, almost like Rapunzel hair. But either way,
it was getting cold in Minnesota.
He
had to be warm, right?
And she talks about her co-conspirator, who is her husband Kevin. And there's just something I love about this photo.
I know.
I love the color of it. I love the fact that there are flamingos in it. I love the joyfulness. I love the facial hair. I mean, everything about this. This is like a winning photo.
The mustache from one of her drawings. Was it the cactus?
Yes.
She put his mustache on there. I love that.
This photo
conspirators, right?
This photo couldn't be winning any harder. I'm telling you. And then finally, we asked what her strategy is for dealing with people who are obviously infected with adultitis. and she said I punched them in the face.
No,
she didn't say that.
she did not.
Does she look like she
That is
punched
not
someone in the
Helen.
face?
No.
She says, I try to give them grace and extra love, find their sense of humor, and encourage it often. And I like that. I love that idea of like looking for their sense of humor.
It's in
like,
there, right?
Or even if it's just something good about them, and share that with them, I think is a great.
One of the things
tip.
I love about Helen, I could go on forever. One of the things I love about Helen is what an encourager she is. She is constantly looking for people to encourage that we see in our tribe all the time. But when we're on mastermind calls for the Wonder Whimsy Society, she shares like the mic drops, right? I feel like you have a lot of mic drops, Helen, where she'll share this insight, and it's like usually applied to her work with her early childhood students, but it applies so much to the inner child of all of us that she just drops the mic and we're all like, I need to think about that for about a half hour.
Truth bomb.
Right?
Yep.
So thank you for being willing to share all that and just for your shining example. So we love you, Helen.
Thanks for being a great example. Got a question for you. This is how you enter to win our giveaway.
Last week's winner was Martha Henderson, who's on here tonight. Congratulations,
Martha.
Yes.
What is something that would be 10 times cooler if it were made entirely of Lego?
Ooh.
That's the question. So I like to get the question out because we have a little bit of delay on Facebook. Let those answers start coming in. The winner gets a $10 gift card to the lemonade stand.
It's very comfortable.
Very comfortable, as our son says. Very shiny. $10. So you could put that towards the set of greeting cards that we showed earlier. The
Corona Blessings card.
Yep, we got t-shirts, we got prints, art, books, all kinds of fun stuff. So we send that along in a little envelope with some other fun surprises to the winner.
Yeah.
So what is something that would be 10 times cooler if it were made entirely of Lego? Do you got one that comes to mind, Kim?
Oh, cooler. I think maybe a car. Like if it was a running car.
I'd love to have a real car made of Lego.
Right? It almost makes me want to take like an old beater and just cover it with Lego.
It would be cool too if like it really just like broke like normal Legos too.
So
like
you got a fender bender.
Yeah, which I think would probably, because they do that crash, the impact thing, so it crumples. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
To absorb the energy that I would think the Legos just
You're
flying
just left
everywhere.
there with nothing around you.
You just got your steering wheel, man.
It's like something out of Flintstones or something.
That would be pretty cool. I will be surprised if someone doesn't mention car, because I think that would be a good one.
Maybe that's like the most obvious answer.
Let's see. Wendy says college dorm furniture. I think some of my college dorm furniture looked like it was
about as comfortable as Lego. Yeah.
Chandelier. That would be cool, especially like the clear,
totally
the translucent pieces would be pretty sweet.
Yes.
How about the Statue of Liberty?
Ooh, yeah.
I like that.
That would be rad.
Beth, my house.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I wondered about that. Like, would the furniture be like your bed? Be like this, like really hard bed, or would it just be the bed frame?
Lego fabric for the soft parts,
and the sheets
right?
would be Lego patterns.
Yeah,
have little minifigs on them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tracy says a tree house or a fort.
Yes, that would be
like
really
that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Paul says, I think I answered this once before, but still my mini. That does. I do feel like we had a similar
question, maybe.
version of this question. Yes.
Yeah.
Kelsey says my desk.
Ooh,
I like that.
That would be cool. That's totally doable if you glue them together, right?
Yeah. There's we could do this, you guys. We could do this.
Take this by storm.
Amy wants the comfortable gift card. Tracy says a throne to sit on. Yeah, very much like the
Royal
Game of Thrones, like the big giant Lego. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
International Space Station. There's Helen, like that.
That would
That's
be
good.
Sweet. Mm-hmm.
Steven, sunglasses, but they'd have to be itty bitty Legos. You could do it.
You could pull that off, Steven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kara, my computer at work. Like that.
That would be
Brittany, my office building. That would be pretty sweet.
Right.
Yeah. I'm curious, would it be like all one color? Would it be like alternating bricks? Would it be rainbow?
Are the windows the same like proportion, but they're just really big?
Yeah,
like the
come open and stuff. Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one, Martha. Great Wall of China.
Ooh,
Like that.
That would take a while.
So
Yeah.
cool.
That'd be awesome.
Rachel, my refrigerator, so I could rearrange the stuff.
Oh,
Right?
hey.
Yeah.
That's
Need a bigger shelf over
legit.
here. Just
Why don't they make it so that you can arrange for your own refrigerator? That should be.
Doreen's thinking big. She's thinking
You know,
all of New York City
I
in Lego.
feel like I've
remastered.
seen that at the Lego store. Not life size, but yeah.
That's
Cool.
That's good.
Mhm. There's some good ones.
Oh, here we go. This is interesting. How about an organ?
Ooh.
Either instruments, an organ
Oh.
instrument, or body parts. This is the first transplant heart made
That
of Lego
works. Whoa.
that works, right?
Immediately, surgeons who are watching are like, "This is not possible."
You know, Steve says mailbox, and I feel like I have seen them on
Right?
Pinterest. I have seen
Maybe
Lego
that's what we need to do with
mailboxes.
our mailbox. Our mailbox isn't the favorite thing about our house, and so there's an opportunity for improvement. We could just cover it in Lego.
We could. How about the Great Pyramids? That
Ooh,
would be
yeah.
that would be pretty
That
good.
would be sweet.
I like
Jen.
that.
Mhm.
Let's do a couple more here.
They're just rolling in, guys. Thank you.
The White House.
Oh yeah.
I would think that would give whoever is in it a little bit more
Playfulness.
whimsical playfulness.
You
Yeah,
think?
I feel like that
Can't
would be
hurt.
good.
Yeah.
Mike is speaking in emoji. He just says a toilet. That's
Hey,
that's
as long as it's sturdy, Mike.
that's an
you don't
official
want that
entry.
to break on you know, during a.
Cindy says in our entire backyard. Then we could build with Legos everywhere.
Oh, that'd be
I
awesome.
like that thought.
Cindy.
That's good.
Right.
Good stuff, you guys. Good stuff.
Aw.
Christy says, I'm such a Lego nerd. Y'all keep suggesting things, and I'm saying, they already made that set. They already made that set.
I
Yeah,
think they're talking about life size.
I think that's what we're,
Yeah,
it's
we're
like
talking
life size
Like,
New York City.
Mike Schroeder is gonna have a life size Lego toilet, y'all. I mean, this is happening. And maybe when we have the next summit, we can all go through Waukesha and tour as a little field trip to see his Lego toilet.
That would be, yeah, I'll be there.
I will definitely not miss that.
All right, well, keep those coming in. We will pick a winner right at the end of the show. Thank you guys for playing with us. We shared at the top of the show our Fab 5, How to Make Mealtime More Fun. This is part of a free ebook that we have that has even more ideas for having
How could
fun
there
at
be
meal.
more than that?
Oh, there are.
There are.
There
Yes,
are.
there are.
And you can get that if you're an Escape Adulthood Insider. It's very simple. You just go to escapeadulthood.com/insider, sign up, send it in your email, and you'll get a message telling you about the Adultitis Fighter Arsenal. If you are already a member, an Insider subscriber, you just look at the bottom of any issue, and it has a link down there with the password to get in, and we have all kinds of fun stuff. So if you are not already on our list where we tell you about all the new things that are coming up, it's still too early to report any news, but we are seriously starting thoughts for the Escape Adulthood
I
Summit.
talked to a venue yesterday, so
Yes.
conversations are happening. And nothing would happen till August at least. So that's all we're going to say. But definitely, if you are an insider, you will be among the first to have a chance if the next time we have an Escape Adulthood Summit, but also just whatever else we have going on.
And
so.
it will probably, no matter what we do, this will probably be a very limited event
Yes.
that we've
More
ever
than
had.
ever. Yep.
So those tickets will probably go pretty fast.
And we probably already sold half the tickets from last year's carryover. So
Yep.
so make sure you're reading your insiders, because you never know when we're just going to say, hey, we got news, and we will be excited to share anything we know about that. So
Absolutely.
coming very soon.
So thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you if you are watching the replay. We appreciate that. We appreciate you very much. That is it for this show. Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, and be awesome.